Today we are going to build 3.5-inch FPV drone. So please join me to share some fun and challenges everybody who is building their own drone is inevitably facing. Also, please make sure you subscribe to my channel because this will be a series of videos, and to make sure you're not missing any of them, it would be better if you subscribed. Hey guys, just a little bit of a teaser. We are currently in the field for the first flight. This is what we've got so far. So if it's something interesting for you, please subscribe to my channel and watch videos in this series. And also please note that all parts used for this quad are linked in the description down below. And back to the build. A few things we need to do before we actually can put a top plate on the drone and screw final nuts and put the props. So we need to do some setup in Betaflight, and to do that we just need to connect our drone to Betaflight, make sure it's connected to the controller. And first thing we will do is we will go to Modes tab, and what we will do here, we will bind our controller buttons to operate our drone. So first one would be to actually disarm drone. We can click add range and then click the button and see where this ribbon goes, to which value. So it's to K, and we need to push that bar to overlap with that ribbon. That's aux. Second one, which I would like to bind, is actually switching between angle and air mode. Angle is better for beginners, maybe you prefer flying in angle mode, which is self-stabilizing mode. So just click add range and we will use this switch, aux2, and by default we will be in air mode, which is disabled in here. So you see that bar is not overlapping this ribbon. We will not touch horizon. What we will do next is actually beeper. So whenever you try to find your drone, you can just put click that momentary switch and it will make drone motors beeping. By the way, did you know that on a drone without external beeper, what's beeping is motors? Yeah, so we are doing that. And the last one, which I would like to bind, is actually flip over after crash. So what's happening if your drone is upside down after crash, you can use flip over after crash and arm and switch to together to actually flip your drone over and rescue your drone. So that's it. That's our fourth switch. So what we will do is click save and go use hide and use mode, and we will have 4 buttons assigned. So flip over after crash, arm disarm, beeper, and angle or air mode. That's the all setup we need with controller. We will just double check quickly that our throttle and pitch roll, everything is working. That's fine. Now we can proceed with the rest of the drone setup, but we don't need controller anymore. Next step would be to go to port stub. There is nothing to do on a port stub, let's just review it. So we have UART6 enabled for our receiver, and we have VTX TBS Smart Audio enabled. We have no other devices, so we are good here. On configuration tab, we can put a few things like craft name. Let's call it Volador 35, like 3.5 inches. Pilot name. Let's put a channel name. Arming angle, we will put it 180 degrees, so you can arm pretty much from any angle if you are stuck on a tree or wherever, so you can arm your drone. We don't have LED strip, so we can just safely disable it. We've done this setup when we mounted flight controller. In this short, we can use beacon tone 3, we can check RX lost, RX set beeps, save and reboot. I think that should be it with configuration tab. And next, power and battery. There is nothing to do here, but we can go to CLI, and we know that we are always flying 4S battery on this drone, so we just can get and it's that parameter which is telling Betaflight what is voltage of our battery, how many cells is in our battery. So we can do just set force battery cell count equal to 4, which will mean we have 4S battery, so Betaflight will not mess up with our battery voltage. Save. Next, presets. We will do a couple of presets here. So first one we need to pick is ExpressLRS presets. We will pick ExpressLRS 250 Hz presets because if you remember when we were binding the ELRS receiver, we agreed to put 250 as our ELRS frequency. We will select HD Freestyle in here. It's kind of same rates as Freestyle, but a little bit more smooth. We will put that our ELRS receiver is on a separate RX. We can just use whole pack values, and that's it. Just need to pick, save and reboot. For the other presets, what else we can do? We can do presets for some rates. I'm normally using JB rates, so just actual rates. I've used them. You can pick your other favorite rates or just stay with Betaflight default. That's it for presets. We can also put some presets by like some pit tuning by Chris Rosser or any others, but I would like to fly as build went with some default settings. We will go to pit tuning tab. We will go to rate profile settings. We will go to rate profile setting and we will see that's actually JB rates. They are kind of smooth in the middle, a little bit sharp at the end. And one thing we actually change here would be we will go to pit profile settings and we will put dynamic idle to 45 RPM. It will be 4050 RPMs. And when I click save on dynamic idle, if I go to motors tab, you will see that dynamic idle value is disabled here. And if dynamic idle is set, it actually makes drone to control the props much better than just sending static 5.5%, which is default value of power to motors. So it can pretty much put zero power to the motors to help it get out of some maneuver and eliminate prop wash. So dynamic idle is very necessary setting. We will go with that. I know that it should be 4500 on my drone because I just calculated it with Betaflight. This is not a topic of this video. If you are interested how to calculate it, let me know in the comments down below and I will make a separate video on that. We've already went through receiver tab, nothing here. We've already went through modes, nothing here, nothing on motors. For the OSD tab, you can pretty much check what you want to see on a screen and drag and drop where you want to see it on a screen. That could take a lot of time. So there are also some settings in here which we want to change. So what I've done, I've prepared a script for you. Just go by the link in the video description down below and grab OSD CLI script. I'll do that as well now. This is on my GitHub in GIST section. So this file is theoretically maintained. You can just go to CLI, Ctrl V here, and set all the OSD elements. Now, if you go to OSD, you will see pretty much standard layout for the screen for analog fly. So it it gives you some battery information, fly statistics, quad name, RSSI and link quality values, throttle position, flying mode, angle air, and what else, core temperature, and some warnings. So that's pretty much standard layout for analog OSD. What's next in here? I think that's all. We can also click RSSI DPI minimum here because I think I forgot to add it into script. They don't need RSSI, just we use decibels all the time for RSSI. And we can also click link quality minimum just for nice stats. Okay, that's good. Just click save. Next up is video transmitter. There is nothing to do on this tab. We've been there before. We've discussed it on VTX part. On a black box is normally used to collect flight logs data. We will use it later on, probably on our some tuning video, but for now we will just leave it as is. There is nothing to change here. CLI is your console interface, and what we will do, we will actually, I'll put dump all in here. This will be full quad settings for the whole quad. So if you are interested, I'll put it in a separate gist in a video description down below. So if you're interested in just blindly setting all the properties of your drone to default as I did, like default to mine, you can just copy paste this file into your CLI and no bother of going through all the tabs. That's it about Betaflight. Before we proceed to final assembly and close the lid and put a top plate, let's do a few checks. So let's plug in our battery. No smoke stopper this time, we have telemetry connected. So let's try to arm the drone. Okay, the drone is arming well. Let's try to do some beeps. Beeps are also working. Arming is okay, all motors are spinning. Direction is correct, so we are all good to continue and do a final assembly. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just wanted to remind you that all parts used in this build are linked in the description down below. Also, I would appreciate if you subscribe and like and put your opinion in the comments down below. Thank you.